Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Attack of the B Team with GenerikB. So we are definitely going to continue from our last episode. That is, we're going to be working a little more on our MFR animal farm here, and the rain's coming down hard right now. I gotta say though, building this thing, it was one of the more evil things I've ever done. Seriously, when I built the one over there last episode, and I built this as it is now. I even moved and fenced in all these poor defenseless animals, and I felt bad. I really did. I felt bad for these animals, and it made me seriously think about becoming a vegetarian. But this is Minecraft, and this is a machine, and I was thinking this is pretty evil. I mean, you know, this is a mod pack keeping with the whole idea of an evil mad scientist, and I think I'm pretty well fulfilling that. So here's my dilemma in a way. Even though it's not really a dilemma because they're actually very evil. Very, very, very evil. Okay, so MFR Animal Farm. Breeder, chronotyper, grinder. Grinder has actually two outputs. It has the drops which come out the back here, which I'm going to connect with item duct to make chests either over here or over there. I'll see which one I want to do. It also needs power, so I got some energy conduit. I'm going to run that all over this freaking place. I got to hook it up to a power system. And it also actually drops XP, which can be connected, I'm pretty sure, with liquid duct from TE. So I thought it was pretty cool. So I was thinking, okay, so I'm going to make a tank with all this liquid experience from all these animals, and I'm going to use that for maybe enchanting or something. I don't really have a big call for XP at the moment. Man, I think it's creepy. I don't really have a big call for XP at the moment. I may do this for enchanting armor, but that's about it. Then I happen to look in NEI, and I happen to see this. This is the LXP bucket from Liquid Experience. Can produce 1 million RF in a compression dynamo. Oh boy. And the wheels started to turn. Okay, so is it possible that this system here, which is essentially self-contained, it needs wheat, but I'm going to build a wheat farm off the center and use that to power the breeders. Is it possible that I can get this thing to actually run off of the killing of these animals? That would be the most evil thing I can possibly imagine, and it's got me quivering a little bit. Seriously, the evil. Oh, the evil. But I think this might actually work. So I'm gonna do a proof of concept with our first, I guess I'm gonna call it a pair off into the corner there, and let's see if this actually works. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I've got this thing figured out. Basically, here's what I have just for this proof of concept. I have on the top here, I've got some item duct attached to the back. Now my understanding is that this thing will automatically eject items, so I don't think I'm going to need to have this powered or with a pneumatic servo. That's going to go into a chest right here. The next thing I've got a liquid duct from the bottom here, and I think that's also going to be automatically ejected. It might not though, so I may need to play around with that a little bit. Make a little more room for myself. I'm in bat form, but you still need some room even if you're one by one. And the third thing I've got over here is a line of leadstone energy conduit. I'm pretty sure this would be enough power. And I happen to take my spare, well not spare, but my other hardened energy cell. So when I hook this up here, it should, I think, kill all 4 of these sheep and give me the drops. So let's see what happens. Oh, wait. I'm not sure why, but I think I got it to work. Yep. Okay, we got 2 down, 3, and 4. Okay, so all sheep are dead. So let's see what happened. We have the mutton and the wool going in there. Nice. Perfect. So this does not require the redstone signal to transmit. I just have this set to input, this one to output, and it does automatically. So how about the liquid? Okay, this one I was worried about. So let's check the tank. It should have an internal buffer. Okay, that's odd. See, I thought this was supposed to fill up with essence. Maybe it doesn't have enough? Huh. Oh wait, it does. Look, see, this thing is saying mob essence, so this should work in principle. It's very possible it just doesn't have enough power. Let me try this. See if anything moves in that way. So I've got just an ordinary portable container, portable tank from TE here, just a standard one. I'll definitely need more in the future, but let me get some room in here and look at this more closely. I might have messed up the piping. Yeah, I think this is the problem. Let me try this. It could be that it's not getting out. This pipe recognizes it has fluid in it. This is just not taking the signal. Why is this not working? Okay, be right back. Okay, well, I've been looking in the forums for a while and doing some experimentation here, and I am not terribly pleased with the results I'm getting. Okay, so long story short, this does not output experience. It does not output the LXP buckets in any form like I was hoping it would do, which can be used to power compression dynamo. What it outputs is mob essence. And here's the odd part, though, and this is the part I'm not quite understanding. I can export a mob essence from this into here. So what I did, full disclosure, I spawned in a whole bunch of sheep. I'm going to destroy everything I got from it, so I'm not going to gain anything from it, but I want to experiment, see if this actually worked. So I killed a lot of sheep. The mob essence went into the grinder. It went to almost about half full here. I then connected this fluid duct, and this thing is actually full with a half of a grinder full of mob essence. The thing is, this cannot connect to a portable tank. I don't know why. I tried redstone signal. I think the problem is that mob essence is not a registered fluid to go into a portable tank. Now, I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. But as far as I can tell, the only use for mob essence is threefold. You can put it into an auto spawner. You can put it into an auto enchanter. And I don't really want either of those things. I guess I can use the auto enchanter. So okay, so I'm gonna go and make an auto enchanter. I'm gonna kind of keep it off to the side because, as far as I can tell, it's the only thing that can hold mob essence. And I certainly don't want it to go to waste. So be right back, and we'll see what happens. Okay, one auto enchanter. So let's see if this thing is capable of accepting the mob essence from that grinder. So it would be the worst thing in the world, I guess, just to have this thing around and just have the experience, as a possibility. So let's just see if this thing even works. I'm gonna put it down, connecting. Oh, and yeah, this thing is. Oh man. Okay, this thing is half full of mob experience. Okay, so that's not good. Okay, so again, so it worked. In principle, it worked. The grinder gets mob XP. It goes through the TE fluid duct and into the auto enchanter, where it just sits there. But what I'm worried about is this thing only has 4,000 MB. That's only 4 buckets. That's gonna be filled up very quickly. So how the heck do I store all this liquid, all this mob essence? I can't figure out a way. There's no liquid tanks or anything. Wish we had railcraft. That'd make a big tank with that thing. But I'm not really seeing anything I can work on. Okay, I'm gonna have to let it go. I mean, I'm gonna have to just resign myself to having lost all that XP, all that potential XP. Okay, but in the meantime, the rest of it, the other 2 parts, that is the item drop and the power system, seem to be working. And I'm pretty sure the breeder's going to work as soon as I hook up to power and get my wheat farm going right over here. So I'm going to do that and be right back. Whew. Holy crap. This thing is not even strictly speaking done, and it is definitely the most complicated system I have yet done in Feed the Beast or any kind of technical mod pack. Okay, let me show you what I got here. This thing is powered. So if we go all the way over this grinder here, you can see that it has full RF power here. So what I did, I ran the fluid duct, ran the item duct, and I ran the leadstone conduit. I need to fill these holes in the wall, but it connects to this one. Let me just double check. Yep. Oh, there's a problem right there. Okay, the item duct's there. And yeah, this one too. Yeah, and this one should be getting power as well. Yep. This grinder, that grinder. And they all lead over to this thing, the auto enchanter. And if for a moment this is the only thing I can think of to put the mob essence, I can't think of any other way to put it. I also hooked up this entire thing to this one item chest. I'm going to have to make it a double chest when I get a chance. But yeah, so it goes all the way down here. The fluid duct connects to all five of the grinders. So from here to there, and this should also be powered. Yep, I gotta hit this. Hit that. And probably this one too. Yep. And that is also powered. So liquid, power, and items should all be flowing into this little corner over here. I gotta fix the glass when I get a chance. But this is kind of going to be my station for the pickups from the MFR farm. How I powered it is a little bit more interesting. I put over here this hardened energy cell, and I put it this way just so I can basically see the indicator of how much power this has remaining. I can turn on and off if I want to the connection to the system. See, this thing actually connect right now. Right now, that whole system is being run by my hardened energy cell. It's not even hooked up to my Magmac dynamos over here, which basically I piggybacked off of the signal going to my Galacticraft engines over this way. So I think right now, the only thing to do is put in the last little bit. There it is. And as I said before, this is not done, believe it or not. Okay, so what's next? Well, like I said before, next thing I need to do is build an automated wheat farm. I'm pretty sure I know how to do that. I know I need to make a couple of machines over this way. Not a very big one, but just enough that I can supply the breeders, breeders I'm going to have over here with wheat, which is the only food they need, fortunately, in order to breed any kind of animal. I'm also going to want to run a sewage system, because apparently you can convert sewage into a composter into fertilizer, so you can speed up the wheat farm. So even a small one will be relatively more efficient. Another thing I want to do at the same time is I'm pretty sure this over here, which this slime is now bathing in, is sewage from MFR. So I want to try and figure out a way to pump this into my wheat farm over there. So I'm going to figure this out off camera and be right back. Okay, so I had to do a little bit of more plumbing than I thought I would need to. So here's what I did. Basically, I took the line that I used to power the grinder, extended it over to the chronotyper, which actually does need power, then extended that farther over to the breeder. So these are all now powered without having to run extra cable through the middle, which is fortunate because I'm going to have to run item duct right down the middle here, out into the wheat farm when I get a chance. But one thing I want to do while I was at this is I want to install these sewers. Unfortunately, these come 4 to a recipe, so I only had to make 2 recipes worth. So I was able to save a little bit of materials there, made some extra pneumatic servos and some extra bricks, but no worries. So my understanding about how these work is basically animals that are within a certain radius of them will generate sludge, or I think that's what you call it, and or sewage. And what you do is you pump the sewage into a composter. This is a palm tree disguised as a zombie. You run it into a composter, and that will produce MFR fertilizer, which can then be used to increase the growth rate of your wheat. So I'm going to do this all at once if at all possible. And I'm going to install these sewers here, run the lines basically to like this point or somewhere around here. Haven't quite figured out the layout of the wheat farm exactly, but I think that should do it. So when I get back, I should have a little more shape than it already is. Be right back. Okay, 1 composter. And I'm not sure if this thing requires power or not. I'll find out in a minute. Let's see here. So I've run the sewer lines to a fluid duct over here, along with an item duct down the middle, which is going to deliver the wheat. So the composter should go right here. And it does, of course, require power. That shouldn't be too much of a problem because I've got lines all over the place. I can just piggyback off one of them. So that shouldn't take too long. But in terms of the input, yeah, this shouldn't function. I'm just kind of confused as to how the output's going to work. So I guess I just attach a chest to it, really. So that means I need to make a little more room here. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything looks like it's an obvious face. Oh, no. Oh, pretty much the same. So how does it output? I'll have to look that up. Okay, so I'll be right back. I'm sorry, but I'm apologies for all the cuts in this thing, but I'm doing a lot of building here, and if I showed 1/10 of it, this episode would be over by now. Okay, so I think I've got this thing in fairly reasonable shape. It took me a little longer than I thought. I think it's partly because I was running off of old information. So it turns out that these breeders do actually require specific species-specific items in order to breed them. So I was trying to use wheat to breed the pigs, and it wasn't working. So I had to switch it to carrots. And how did I get carrots, we ask? Well, at first I had to just go from my garden over there, but I switched this little planter to grow carrots here and here. So hopefully that should help with the situation. So I put item filters in here. So this is only going to take wheat. It's only going to take seeds. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with the seeds, actually. That one's kind of complicated because I wanted to recycle the seeds back into the planter also. So I don't know. Plus, I don't have nearly enough chickens here to sort of jumpstart this process. So this one's kind of weak right now. With the pigs, I only have carrots in there, and with cows, I only have wheat. The cows are doing the best, all in all. So let's see what I've gotten so far. I had this thing running for maybe 20-30 minutes right now. Cool. So I got some pork, I got some wool, some chicken, and some beef products. Not terrible, not too bad. I'm relatively pleased with it. I mean, the main reason I wanted this is to get wool, and I am getting that relatively slowly. But then again, this sort of automation has a pretty long ramp up period. So once I get it running, I'm gonna look at a lot more. But the reason I wanted to do this in the first place was because I wanted to build a balloon with our community's ships. I think it's going to have to wait until next episode, unfortunately. But I think with this thing running the way it is, I might be able to do it. The last thing I wanted to do is get some wolves to go in here. Unfortunately, I don't know. I saw some a while back, but I don't remember where the heck I put them. But given that I'm going to have to get more than one, and they're probably going to be very far away, I may want to look into doing the safari nest from MFR. But actually, right now, before I end the episode, I wanted to do a couple of things over here. So first thing I need is an emerald. I remember where I put them. There we go. So an emerald, some gold. So what I'm doing is making an Arthana, another one. Oh, hang on. Oh. It's actually raining IRL and it's raining in-game too. What a coincidence. So, oh wow, that was a big lightning storm. So I gotta cut it short before it does something weird. So it turns out in the latest version of Witchery they added version 13.1. They made a change to the way that altars work. So you can actually now place Arthanas on the altar. Yep, that's what I thought. So apparently, when you have fast animation, like fast graphics, it sort of glitches like that. But it is there. It is placed there. Let me just switch quickly and show you. Yeah, that's the way it would look ordinarily. So anyway, what this does is it doubles the radius of this altar. So this thing actually increases now from 16 up to 28 blocks. So it virtually doubles the range of this thing. So I'm very happy with that. So I could theoretically have a circle on the other side of this wall, and it would still work. So I'm very pleased about that change. In the version after that, they do fix the fast graphics thing, which I'm gonna keep using because I want to get as much FPS as I can out of Minecraft. But they will fix that in a later version of the mod pack. One more thing I wanted to show you over here, because you can see before, is I used, this actually is something that GenerikB BDouble0100 started doing. I thought it was kind of a cool idea. They take drying racks from Tinker's Pawn Shop, which is ordinarily used to take rotten flesh and make it into a jerky you can eat. And we can use it as sort of a poor man's bookshelf. So unfortunately, you can't really see what's what until you walk over to it and right-click, but still, you can kind of go back and forth. You have to click on the drying rack itself to get the books. So I kind of like that. I mean, with the lack of bibliocraft, this is kind of a better way to store my books than having it here. So I think that's about it. I've come to the end of another episode on the Attack of the B Team game. I am very pleased. I got a lot done. I apologize that so much was done off camera, but given you can see how much I did. Just massive amounts of wiring and pipe work, and I still have to find a way to. Well, this is actually fine. It's like almost like a half step. But I purposely made this arch so I can still get in and out of this place. Eventually I want to make more pens as you seal off this whole area. One thing I might play around with is, because you see those experience orbs there? Experience orbs do drop during breeding. They do not drop during during the use of the grinder, but they do drop during breeding. So I may try and find a way to capture those experience orbs. It wouldn't be a lot, but it might be kind of helpful. I mean, I've already got pipes running all over this place, so I might as well, run one more pipe, see what I can do with it. So, yeah. This has been GenerikB for Attack of the B Team, and I'll see y'all later.